Thank you. So my name is Devanshu, and I'll be taking this particular session. I think this is going to be a very important session because the exam, but there's an echo. Is it for everyone? Echo? No. Okay. Maybe some issue from your end, Prachi. Please. Yeah. So this is going to be a very important session. Not because I'm taking this session, but the reason being that we are entering the MBA entrance examination season. So I hope that you guys are aware of this thing that from July onwards, all your ZAT form, NMAT, CAT, all these forms are going to get out. They are going to be live in the month of July. So that is the reason we have scheduled this session so that you are aware of what you have to do and what all things, what all forms we should keep an eye on. Okay. So before I start any of my sessions, I ask the audience what are your expectations from this session? What do you want me to discuss, or maybe what questions do you have for this particular session? Please put your answers in the chat box. Anything and everything. What are your expectations? क्या चाहते हो? Obviously, I have my own agenda, but you must be having a lot of questions in your mind. So I thought I should be asking those things first, and then I'll start the session. I just want to know if I'm missing out on any. So Sayantani is saying that I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. I'm really sorry if not. Roadmap considering from July on. Okay, perfect, perfect. What about the rest of you? Please put your answers in the chat box. Wonderful. So Chenmay is asking a very important question. How much total money should I keep aside for the forms and reserving seats in the wait list? I won't be able to answer the second part of the question, how much money you will have to keep aside for reserving the seats. I'll answer that question, why not? But the total money that you should keep aside for a form, for all the forms that you are going to fill out, we are going to have a dedicated session on that, but I'll give you a glimpse and a ballpark figure for the state. Perfect, perfect. So this I have not included in the session. I'll just write it down. Um, Budget for college and exam forms. Um, Form dates, I've included that, Nehira. What all to prepare beforehand for the application process? What all to prepare? Okay, okay. Take care. Application fee forms. Okay. Application fee for all the forms, you can take a ballpark figure to be around 2,000 to 3,000. It is going to be in a similar range. So every form that you are going to fill out, except your SNAP and NMAT, they are a little expensive. But uh, the rest of the forms which we are talking about, they are going to be in the range of 2,000 to 3,000, be it CAT or ZAT or any of the college forms also. Daily practice things, doing every day for better results. Okay, okay. Everything from scratch for applications, dates and deadlines. Dates and deadlines, I have kept it. Okay, Isha. What about the rest of you? Any particular thing that you have in mind? Okay. So I think there's a very important question. What should be the budget of the college and exam forms? We are going to uh, most probably end of July or maybe starting of August, we are going to have a session. Make sure that you attend that particular session. The name of the session will be in the form of B School series or B School series part one, part two. So usually every year in the same duration we have that particular session. We are going to have the same session most probably in the month of July, August. Okay. In that we are going to talk about the exam forms. What should be the budget that I should keep aside for the exam forms? All these things in depth. Okay. But to answer this question, just a ballpark figure, it should be around like in case you are appearing for a CAT exam, maybe that, my recommendation is at least these two examinations everyone should go for. Okay. If you want to keep something as a backup, that can be a NMAT and a SNAP. Let's assume that these are the four examinations that you are going to attempt go for. So 2000 to 2500 के आसपास ये होगा. So 4 to 5K. This is going to be in the range of 10K, a total of 15K in this particular thing. Okay, for the examinations. Uh, Apart from that, let's assume that you are currently in the range of just giving you a basic idea of how you can find out what should be the budget. So, for example, if your predicted percentile as of now, or the realistic percentile that you are that is there in your mind, let's say it is 93 percentile, taking a random percentile. Okay, so I'm assuming that you will fill out the forms from maybe 90 to a 98. इस पर्टिकुलर रेंज में आप फॉर्म्स फिल करोगे. आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट maybe in this particular range you will fill out forms for almost around three colleges, two colleges, and three colleges. So a total of eight colleges into 2.5K. This is going to be my entire figure, which is 20K. So a total of 20K plus 15K, that will cost around 35K. This is a basic simple calculation that I am giving you. Okay. A figure of 35K just for the form filling of the exams and the this what is that called? Exams and the colleges. Okay. Apart from that, obviously there will be some amount of travel and all those things. So uh, a figure of maybe around 40 to 50K is something that we can target. Okay, right? What are the tentative dates of release of the exam form? Bhumi, I've kept it in the session. Shelly. So I think all the things that you have asked in the chat box, all those things I've kept it in the session. XLRI, NMIMS, and MICA, are they there any specific forms to fill? Yes, Isha. We'll talk about that. So these are the things that we will talk about. First of all, it is going to be a very short session. I'm not going to obviously, if you have any questions, will talk about that. But it is going to be a very short and a crisp session. Hard stop at 9:30. Okay. So maybe I won't take a lot of time, maybe around 40 to 50 minutes, not more than that. Okay. If you have any questions, obviously we'll talk about it. Okay. So these are the things that we are going to talk about. The first one, what are the exam timelines? What are the exam timelines? Then exam pattern, if there is any difference between any of the two examination. B school application and deadlines. Common mistakes that we can avoid. Okay, which we see almost every year. When to start the preparation for different examinations if I'm targeting CAT as my primary purpose. Okay, let's say I'm currently preparing for CAT 2026 and wants to appear for the other non-CAT examinations, maybe your ZAT or any of the other examination. When to start the preparation of the non-CAT examination? I'm already assuming that if you are attending this particular session, you have already started your CAT preparation. Okay. And finally, if you have any questions, obviously, we'll be having a discussion on the field. Okay. Shall let's start with the first one. And you can put your queries in the chat box. I've kept it open. I'll pick it up as and when I see a query. Okay. Yeah. Make sure that it is an interactive session. So first of all, these are the exams that students usually appear for. I'm not saying that you have to appear for all these 10 examinations, but these are the most uh, famous exams, I would rather say. Okay. Now, if I am a student, obviously everyone has a different requirement, but to be generic, okay, I think obviously this is going to be the most important one. And there's a very basic reason, because it will open door for most number of colleges, right? CAT ke through, you will get admission in most of the colleges except a few. Okay, so that is the reason CAT is the most important examination. And the second winner in this particular category comes out to be your ZAT exam. I've kept a list of colleges. Obviously, I also don't remember exactly Konsa college, Konsa exam data, but I would definitely say one thing, that ZAT is something which is going to be a really good backup option. We'll talk about it in my classes. Also, I recommend students, and I literally push students to appear for the ZAT examination. Some of them still do not appear for ZAT, or बाद में परेशान होते हैं, but still, CAT and ZAT is something which every student who is there in this particular session should apply for. And the reason is very obvious, that these two examinations are going to open door for almost every B school in the country. Almost every B school. Okay? Except a few colleges, like we are going to discuss that. Okay. If I talk about your NMAT and SNAP, NMATs and SNAP are a little specific colleges exam. If you want to go for NMIMS and symbiosis colleges, then you can appear for NMAT and SNAP. That is the first thing. Now, some of you will say, nahi, NMAT का score तो और भी colleges लेते हैं. Yes, there are some tier 2 or tier 3 colleges who consider NMAT का score. Yes, that is absolutely correct. I am not defending that argument. But these are tier 2 or tier 3 colleges. They take through CAT, they take through ZAT also, they take through GMAT also. बहुत सारे different examinations को consider करा जा सकता है. Okay. So that should not be my first priority, or that should not be my first consideration set while attempting an NMAT examination or a SNAP examination कि और colleges के doors open होंगे. नहीं, उसके लिए आपके पास already you have CAT and ZAT. Okay. So NMAT and SNAP, if I'm filling out these forms, my focus should be on the NMIMS group of colleges and symbiosis group of colleges. There are almost around 15 colleges in symbiosis group and 7 or 6 colleges in NMIMS. Okay. Obviously, the flagship colleges would be the Mumbai campus and symbiosis SIBM Pune, and the second one is SCMHRD Pune. Achha, just to give you an understanding, these are really good colleges. Okay. They come in maybe in between tier 1 and tier 2. I won't say that it is as good as your FMS or IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, or anything. No, obviously not. But yeah, these are good colleges with good brand name. Okay. Can be kept as a backup option. Backup, backup. Okay. Now comes the third category of examination. The first one is MyCat. MyCat is a specialized exam. It is there for only one college, which is MICA. So if you are interested in this particular college, this is there in Ahmedabad, Mudra Institute of Communication and Advertisement, if I'm correct. This is the full form of MICA. So this particular college is good for your marketing, advertisement, branding, these type of branches. Okay. So MyCat is there for only one college. You remember that thing. If you are interested in MICA, then only appear for MyCat. Otherwise, there is no need, because MyCat exam structure is a lot different from any of the other colleges which are listed here. Okay, right? Then comes the two examinations, which is MHCET and CMAT. Consider CMAT as a tier 2 version of CAT, a smaller version of CAT. There are a lot of tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 colleges which accept the score of CMAT. Okay, so a few colleges in the category of tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. I've kept that particular list of colleges aside. I'll show you in the upcoming slides. But uh, if you think that, and I'm currently catering to the entire crowd, okay? Some of you might get a 99 percentile, some might get a 90 percentile, some might get a 75 percentile, and so on and so forth. Okay. So if any of the student who thinks that CAT is very difficult for me, obviously we will attempt the CAT examination, but might want to go for a easier exam. Okay. CMAT is something that they can tap. Okay. If I talk about MAH CET, which is Maharashtra CET, Common Entrance Test, it is there for Maharashtra colleges. And please remember this thing, any of the Maharashtra college, not IIT Bombay or IIM Mumbai. They are not from affiliated from the Maharashtra government. Okay, they are from the central government. So any of the Maharashtra college, there is most probably a reservation for the Maharashtra domicile student, and the reservation is close to, I think, 85%. So if you are outside of Maharashtra, it is going to be very difficult. Okay, the cutoff percentile is going to be really high. तो उसका ध्यान रखना है. But if you are from Maharashtra, you have a Maharashtrian domicile, make sure that you attempt this particular examination, because there are a lot of great colleges. I think JBIMS is one of them, which is in the category of the top league colleges, top 5, top 10 colleges. Then comes your Simsri, your Signum School, then KJ Somaya, and so on and so forth. Okay. This is the third league of exams. Now comes the last one, which is MAT, IB CET, and XGMT. This is again specifically for the Xavier's one. IB CET specific for IBS, ICFI Business School. Okay. And MAT is something which used to be popular maybe a decade back or so, but currently उसका fan following बहुत कम है. It is again a toned down version of CMAT, I would say. So the local regional colleges are something. If you are looking for those colleges, then MAT is something that you can target. So first of all, before we proceed, please tell me if you have any doubt, any query regarding the examinations. We are going to talk about the syllabus and the difficulty level and the sections which are there in these examinations. We are going to talk about that in the upcoming slides. But uh, anything that you'd like to discuss in this particular slide? Yeah, right, Arush. तो ये मतलब थोड़े नीश एग्जाम्स हो गए जो स्पेसिफिक हो गए. योर आईबी सेट और एक्सजीएमटी और माई कैट, ये थोड़े नीच हो गए. ऑब्वियसली एनमैट और स्नैप भी नीच ही है. ठीक है. ओके, दिस गोइंग टू बी द एंटायर टाइमलाइन. if I talk about CAT, which is the most important one for us. Registrations most probably around 28th of or 29th of July, last Saturday of July or so. Your notification will come out for CAT 2026. 1st of August से आपके around your registrations are going to start. You can fill out the form, and by 15th or 13th of September आपके registrations close होता है. ठीक है. So August and mid of September, this is what you have to fill out the form for CAT. November, last Sunday, this year it is going to be 29th November. That is going to be the examination day for CAT. ठीक है. उसके बाद का तो phase 2 का कहानी चलेगा. Diya, you're asking what is the difference between ZAT and XGMT. XGMT के थ्रू आप XLRI के लिए अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते दिया. ठीक है. और डिफरेंस ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. These are two different examinations, and ZAT is more acceptable. Like I said, I'll show you the list of colleges and their acceptable entrance examinations. You'll get a clarity on the same. Okay. Then comes the second most important exam, which is ZAT. Registrations will open around, I think, 10th of July or 12th of July. Second week of July से registration start होते हैं, September तक जाते हैं. Exam होता है first Sunday of January. I think 2027 में first Sunday is on 4th or 3rd So first Sunday of January. Okay. Acha, why I was saying that that is the perfect backup option for me in terms of examinations, not in terms of colleges. आप एक चीज notice करो that this will happen on 29th of July, November. This will happen on, I think, 3rd of January. Not sure. You will have a total of kitna? 30 or do, 3, 4. A total of 34 days in the middle. Okay. There are a total of 34 days. And I'm assuming that if you are appearing for your CAT examination, CAT के लिए अगर आप seriously appear कर रहे हो, सही हुआ खराब हुआ, that's a different story. But you will be entirely prepared by 28th of November. आप पूरे पूरे prepared हो CAT के syllabus के लिए, ठीक है? This is what my assumption is. Now, in these 34 days, what we are going to do, there is an additional section which is decision making for that and a little bit of critical reasoning. First of all, we are going to focus on the type of questions, right? Because एग्जाम अलग है तो नेचर ऑफ क्वेश्चन बदलना लाजमी है, ठीक है? तो नेचर ऑफ क्वेश्चन चेंज होगा, द सिलेबस वुड रिमेन सेम. So I'll attempt a lot of mock tests side by side or simultaneously. I'll prepare the sections or the questions which are new to that. And these 34 days are more than enough for that particular strategy to follow. Okay. So I would push you or I would recommend you very, very, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I would recommend you that you appear for both CAT and XAT. It is going to be very beneficial for us. Okay. On the other hand, your NMAT is something, if you already don't know, NMAT has a window of almost around 50 days or 45 days ka window hota hai, 1.5 months ka window hota hai. Last year, it started on 5th of November, if I'm correct, and ended on 20th of December. So 45 days ka window tha, and you will have to choose the date and time. They will not give you the date and time. You'll have to choose the date and time कि इस डे को और इस डेट को इस पर्टिकुलर slot में I'll fill out the examination. Okay, you can fill out, you can attempt NMAT 3 times in that particular window. For every attempt, you'll have to pay separately, and it is not a very small amount. It is going to be 1,500, 1,400 per attempt. Another thing, please listen to this very carefully, even if you are thinking of attempting NMAT, because this is something which a lot of students face this particular issue at the end, that for NMAT, they are just thinking ki bharu, ki na bharu, bharu, ki na bharu. At the end, they fill out the form, and what they get to see, ki exam dates ही नहीं बची है. 29th को, I'll just tell you a scenario कि क्या problem create करता है. 29th को CAT है, and the only, because I'm thinking that I'll give 2 attempts for NMAT, and the first attempt I should give in the month of November, क्योंकि December में बहुत late हो जाएगा फिर. अच्छा, अभी November में 26th November is the only date which is available for me. Will any one of you be very much comfortable in attempting NMAT on 26th of November? Yes or no? Please बताइए. नहीं ना? नहीं होंगे ना comfortable. But since you have taken the decision very late, since you have delayed the decision, you are left with only one date. अब आपके पास दो options है. Either you do one thing, that you appear for the NMAT examination on 26th of November, or you carry it forward, the first attempt in the month of December, which is going to be very late. So it is very much advisable that even if you are thinking about NMAT, just take the decision very quickly. As soon as the window opens, fill out the form and take the dates. And I've been in this particular field for almost around 7 years now, and every year there are multiple cases. There are multiple students each and every single year who face this issue. I get a call in the evening that, sir, I'm not able to see the dates on NMAT calendar. The problem is that the dates are not, there are no dates in the month of November. Yashvi, you have raised your hand. Can you please put your query in the chat box if that's okay? which month would you say is better? In my opinion, you should put the first attempt of NMAT in the month of November, if possible, in the starting itself, maybe around uh, 10 to 18th of November, so that you have enough gap between your first attempt of NMAT and your CAT examination. Okay. Is that in the sense of how many attempts will be able to give for NMAT, right, Komal? And there is so Komal is asking a very important question. First of all, Isha is asking which month would you say is better for NMAT? In my opinion, the first attempt should be in the month of November. Okay, should be in the range of 10 to 20th of November or so. Then Komal is asking, why did you say that December is going to be very late? Is that in the sense of how many attempts we will be able to get for NMAT? Please remember this thing. If you are attempting NMAT, there's a very good possibility that you'll be attempting SNAP also. Very similar league of colleges. Okay, that is the reason I'm assuming this. So majority of the students who go for NMAT, they usually go for SNAP also, and vice versa is also the case. SNAP ka date is usually SNAP ka date, sorry, is going to be like last year, if I tell you, 8th December uh, plus minus 1 day, 14th December and 22nd December. These were the 3 dates of SNAP. Okay. And if you are going to go for, let's say, two uh, attempts of SNAP, let's say this and this, then just imagine this, visualize what is going to happen. 29th of November CAT दिया, 8th December को SNAP है, then 22nd December को second attempt of SNAP है, then 3rd January को ZAT है. All these are very important. Now you are saying that I'll give NMAT and between this particular thing. So it's always better to attempt NMAT for first attempt in the month of November itself. Didn't understand window one, window two, number of attempts. Okay. Didn't understand window one, window two. Acha, please listen to this very carefully. NMAT, you will choose the dates. The dates that you will get, there will be a window that is given to you. Shruti, there will be a window of 45 days that will be given to you. Out of those 45 days, you can choose on which date I want to appear for the examination. Okay. SNAP. There are 3 dates given to you. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Last year it was 8th of December, 14th of December, and 22nd of December. These were the 3 dates given to the students. On these 3 dates, the examination will happen. You can choose 1 day, 2 dates, 3 dates. You can appear for SNAP examination a maximum of 3 times, and the best score will be picked out of that. जो आपका सबसे ज्यादा स्कोर आया होगा out of these 3, if you are attempting 3, you can attempt 1 also, that is fine. But आपका जो सबसे best score होगा, they are going to pick. Do I make any sense? Srushti, I'm sorry. Right? So NMAT, SNAP, these are multiple attempts. My cat also in the same category. My cat last year, the first was 6th of December, and the second attempt was on 13th of February, if I'm not wrong. You can pick out the date. आपको कौन सा exam देना है? For NMAT, they only take first attempt for NMAT exam. Okay, so GI is asking a very important question again. NMAT, only the first attempt will be considered for NMIMS Mumbai, जो उनका flagship or the best college है. NMIMS Mumbai is only going to consider the first attempt. The rest of the colleges will consider second and the third attempt also. SNAP will consider best of 3. 3 में से जो सबसे अच्छा आया, right? Right, Arushi. Right. There is a home sector selection also. Yeah, it is there. Means NMAT start exam in September. In 2 months now, I'm starting to panic. We'll talk about it, so don't panic. I've kept the entire session for that. Do not worry. Okay. This is the entire summary of these examinations. Okay. CAT, I hope we are aware about this now. It is a 2 hour examination, 68, 66 questions, change hota rehta, VAR, CDL, and QA. I've given the difficulty for CAT is the highest, just to keep a benchmark. Okay. Only one attempt per year. Now, focus on that. It is going to be a 3 hour examination. Okay. 170 plus 10 minutes. A total of 101 questions. Basically, वो 101 में से there are 20 questions of GK. Okay. 101. Just a second. So 76 questions होते हैं. 101 I think गलत है. ठीक है. There are 3 sections which we have to focus on. अभी GK को रहने. QA is very much similar to your CAT examination. VALR is similar to your VARC, just a minor tweak that you have critical reasoning questions in that. Critical reasonings like what is the main argument of the passage, what is the cause and effect, what are the assumptions that has been taken in the statement which is given in the question. So that kind of a question. Decision making is something which is going to be entirely different. And there are 21 questions of decision making out of 76. So one third of the paper, almost one third of the paper is going to be decision making. Decision making, the type of questions are, I'm giving you a very random example, like you are a CHRO. I always give the same example. You are a CHRO of a company. A lot of people are resigning. What will be your next step? And there will be 5 options listed that this is going to be your next step. There, you have to identify which should be the step that the CHRO should take. Okay. And you will have to prepare for it. If you are thinking just after looking at the question ki nahi ye to ho jayega, that is a mistake that will commit. Okay, you'll have to prepare separately for not separately, but you'll have to prepare for this particular section. So that's why initially I said that you have those 34 days in your hand. What you'll do, first of all, you'll practice the type of questions which are asked in that. The syllabus is same, but the type or the nature of the question is a little different. So आप mock test दोगे ZAT के, simultaneously you'll prepare for the critical reasoning and the decision making question. Okay. Marking scheme Nehera, it is +1 minus 0.25 and 0.1. So ये gimmick है actually. After 8 unattempted questions, for every unattempted question, you will have a penalty of 0.1 marks. 8 छोड़े हुए क्वेश्चन के बाद जितने भी आप क्वेश्चन छोड़ोगे, हर क्वेश्चन पे 0.1 का नेगेटिव होगा, which is not a huge number. Do not put a lot of focus on this. Do you reckon multiple attempts will be beneficial for SNAP and NMAT, or is the score difference not very substantial? So Komal, again, very important question. So would like to answer it then and there. So basically, in SNAP, multiple attempts make sense. The reason is they are going to pick out best of 3. तो किसमें अच्छा आ जाए पता नहीं है. तो multiple attempts make sense in SNAP. Make sure that you attempt the day 1 exam for sure, because usually SNAP का day 1 easy होता है. Day 1 को 2 slot होते हैं, morning and afternoon. So day 1 usually easy hota hai. So make sure that you take day 1, and if you want, you can take day 2 or day 3 also. So SNAP may multiple attempts make sense. NMAT may, if you are focusing only on NMIMS Mumbai, then multiple attempts do not make sense. Okay. If you are targeting the other league of colleges, then obviously, ठीक है, best of 3 ले रहे हो for the rest of the colleges. Okay. So this is about your CAT and ZAT. NMAT is a different ball game altogether because it is adaptive. You need to practice a lot this type of examination, because in adaptive examination, you cannot go back to the question or the previous questions. You will have to attempt a question. Very important thing, adaptive is not linear. So basically, what do you what in what sense it is adaptive? It is question adaptive. So basically, if you attempt a question, if the answer is correct, the next question is going to have more weightage and more difficulty level. You attempt it correctly again, the next question again more weightage and more difficulty level. You gave the incorrect answer to the third one, then the weightage and the difficulty level will also decrease. So it is adaptive in nature. So since the nature of the examination, not just the questions, the nature of the entire examination is changing, you'll have to put a lot of effort in the mock testing. Okay. A total of 108 questions will be asked, and the syllabus is almost same. Okay. Reasoning is a little difficult. Not difficult, sorry, different. Exam, in my opinion, it is simpler in comparison to your CAT. Snap, 60 questions, 60 minutes. Just by this, you'll be able to identify that the level of difficulty of the paper is going to be very simple. 1 minute एक question करना है. So level of difficulty is going to be very simple. Remember this thing. Okay. This is LS. Uh, Now let's take a few questions. Snap on attempt 1. Result is out before attempt 2. No, nahi utsav. How long before NMAT should you? We'll talk about that. Komal. Okay. Yeah. So this is basically about the basics of the examinations. Now let's move on to the next one. Please take a screenshot of this. This will help you identify which all colleges I should focus on. Very important. Which all colleges should I focus on? My cat may explain better. This will help you. I'll again repeat this. This basically, there are 3 lists that I have taken. Please take a screenshot. Why I'm asking you to take a screenshot? Because it will help you a lot to understand which college form should I fill. If I'm currently in this particular category, तो मैं इस category से कौन सा examination fill करूंगा? For example, uh, these are the colleges which are in the range of 90 to 95, or you can say 88 to 95 percentile. Okay. तो उस पर्टिकुलर कैटेगरी में ये आ जाता है. ठीक है. दिस कैटेगरी इज बेसिकली इन द रेंज ऑफ 75 to 88 or 85 percentile, and it is a very generic comparison. Okay. अलग अलग हो भी सकता है, राइट. नॉर्मलाइजेशन नहीं होता फिश. नो. स्नैप में देयर इज नो नॉर्मलाइजेशन. So this will give you an idea which all examination forms should I fill out, uh, which all examinations, uh, which all colleges accept which particular entrance exam. So, for example, should I appear for an NMAT examination to target non-NMIMS B schools? NMAT क्या मुझे अपीयर करना चाहिए नॉन NMIMS B schools को टारगेट करने के लिए? क्या वो फायदा होगा? एक्चुअली इतना नहीं होगा. I'll just point it out. NMAT यहाँ दिख रहा है और कहाँ दिख रहा है? मुझे नहीं दिख रहा. So there is one college which is KJ Somaiya. मैं top 50, top 40 colleges ही I've kept it in the list. SDA Bukoni और कहाँ दिख रहा है NMAT? बस. So in the top 40, 45 colleges, these are the only 2 colleges. Obviously, कुछ एक आधा छूट गया होगा. But मोटा मोटी, these are a few colleges which accept the NMAT score, which are in the top 40, top 45, top 50 colleges. ठीक है? Are we able to understand this? Any doubt? मैं ये भी show कर देता हूँ so that you can take a screenshot. लिया? ठीक. Common mistakes. I think we already know that, but need to reiterate it again and again so that we don't miss out on anything. Starting too late, obviously. And it is true for everything. Could you please share? Yeah, I'll do that. only targeting CAT, which we have already discussed. No mock test discipline, ignoring VRC, missing form deadlines. Very important. सर वो तो फॉर्म ही निकल गया. Skipping VAT PI prep. Okay, previous slide में दिखा रहे. Would the recording of this session be uploaded? Yes, Komal. Okay. ठीक है. When to start preparation for each examination? Now let's talk about it. So NMAT, CAT. See, CAT का preparation will be simultaneous. Okay. Then comes NMAT, SNAP, बीच में MyCat, ZAT, CMAT, MAH CET. I'm considering only these. Okay. Um, CAT will happen in on 29th of November. Right. Acha. First of all, let's talk about NMAT and SNAP. SNAP ka day one should be in the range of 5th to 10th of December, assuming that it is on 5th of December. Okay. And assuming that you take the first attempt of NMAT on 15th of November. That will happen on 3rd, not sure, but 3rd of January मुझे याद आ रहा है, first Sunday of January. MyCat भी लगभग इसी रेंज में होगा. The first attempt should be around 8th of January या फिर इसी के आसपास. ठीक है. CMAT last week of January में होता है, should be around 25th or 26th of January. MHCT के लिए बहुत टाइम. अच्छा, do we all agree with this timeline? Along with preparation, can you tell us how we should revising our mocks enough for revision? ठीक है. ठीक है. ये डेडलाइन फिर से दिखाओ. देख लो जल्दी से. टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट राजदीप. Hope you have taken the screenshot. I'm changing the slide. ठीक है. Now, if I first of all NMAT and SNAP. NMAT का from, in my opinion, from the month of July or August, you start taking the mock tests for these three. Okay, mock test देना start करो. I'm not asking you to start studying for these three examination in the month of July. I'm not asking you to do that. But at least start taking the mock test, because I've already told you that the syllabus is almost same. लगभग बराबर है. वो ही रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन है, वो ही verbal ability है, the same quant, the same reasoning, everything is similar. Nature of questions will change. So first of all, start practicing for these three examinations. If you are appearing for NMAT, SNAP, and MyCat, start practicing from the month of July. We are going to open the mock test most probably in the month of July. You can refer to the calendar. Okay, mock test calendar, non-CAT ka mock test calendar. Okay, that is one thing. On the other hand, around the month of September, by this particular time, in my opinion, you'll be done with at least, if I'm just taking the example of NMAT, you'll be done with 4 tests. Very conservative figure. Okay? July, August, September. So लगभग there are 2 months that time you'll be done with 4 tests. You'll be able to identify which are the topics that I need to brush upon. Like in NMAT there is input output ka question if I remember correctly, and so on. Okay, so there will be a few things that you already identified that these are the topics or these are the type of questions which I usually struggle with. I don't get to practice in CAT का preparation. कैट के प्रिपरेशन में वो सब मुझे प्रैक्टिस करने को नहीं मिल रहा है. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, वो 4 टेस्ट की मदद से, टेकिंग द एग्जांपल ऑफ एनमैट, आई विल जस्ट start focusing on those particular topics or those particular type of questions. We'll try to strengthen that particular examination. Again, taking the example of NMAT in the month of September, October, or maybe the mid of November. 2.5 months. If you are already preparing for CAT, then the preparation for NMAT in 2.5 months is not at all difficult. Easily ho jayega. Same goes for SNAP, same goes for MyCat. Any of these three examinations, if you are thinking of preparing after CAT examinations, it is not possible. नहीं हो सकता. Okay. So in teen examinations का at least the theoretical part or the questions which are different in nature, take a target that you should be able to complete the entire syllabus and maybe a little bit of practice by the end of 15th to 20th of November. फिर आप इनको फिर से रिवाइव कर दो after you are done with your CAT examination. After you are done with your CAT examination on 29th of November, you jump to a SNAP and MyCat, whichever exam you are appearing for, और फिर उसमें लग जाओ. ठीक है, यहाँ तक बात समझ में आती है? Any question that you have till CAT, NMAT, SNAP and MyCat? MyCat का registration exactly date मुझे ध्यान नहीं है. I just have to search for it. ईशा, याद नहीं आ रहा. It was started in the month of August or September, if I'm correct. Not very sure. How do we manage these along with college? That you will have to manage. आरुषि, मैं आपको बहुत सारी चीजें बोल सकता हूँ कि नहीं आप ऐसे कर लो, ऐसे कर लो. But at the end, you will have to manage all these along with your college and the semester exams and all the other things that you are already doing. Okay, वो manage करना ही है, right? अच्छा, शर्वांश, very bad idea. बहुत ही बुरा idea. How good or bad of an idea would it be to only appear for the CAT examination? In my opinion, it is not a very good idea, but because you should appear for that. Because if you are going to get a very good percentile in CAT, there's a very good possibility that you will get a good percentile in ZAT. अगर CAT में अच्छा percentile आया तो शायद अहमदाबाद, बैंगलोर, कैलकाटा का कॉल आ गया. उतने ही अच्छा कॉलेज है XLRI, आपके टॉप लीग कॉलेज में जाने के चांस बढ़ जाते हैं ना. सेम गोज फॉर द लोअर लीग कॉलेजेस आल्सो, टीयर 2 और टीयर 3 कॉलेजेस आल्सो. जैट आपके लिए और डोर्स ओपन करता है. ठीक है, तो कर लो, इतना मेहनत कर ही रहे हो तो. देन कम्स योर ZAT. If you are appearing for the ZAT examination, next day of your CAT exam, it means 30th of November, say your efforts towards ZAT should start. Efforts include little of VLR plus a lot of decision making plus a lot of mocks. That's it. Okay. CMAT ke liye you have enough time and already you have built that material if you have already prepared for CAT and ZAT. So आपका CMAT का preparation हो चुका है. You just have to give a few mocks. Okay. MHCET आपके पास बहुत टाइम है. This year I think MHCET का phase 1 happened on 9th, 10th and 11th of April. A lot of time. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब yeah, so I'll just should I attempt NMAT before CAT? Yes, in my opinion. How many hours of study in a day? Keep a target of number of questions, not for the number of hours. How many mocks should I take in a week? If you have taken the Career Launcher test series, make sure to make a habit that if your mock gets live on day 1, your target to attempt the mock should be by day 3. Okay. And finally, we are okay. Now let's take the questions which we have put it in the chat box along with okay. What does the 15 to 20 written imply? Revision time 15 to 20 कहाँ लिखता है? 15 to 20th of November. By this particular duration, you should be done with the syllabus of the non-CAT exam that you are preparing for in and out of NMAT, SNAP और MyCat. इन तीन में से आप किसी के लिए appear कर रहे हैं तो What if only cat and zat and nothing else? That is absolutely fine, Vaishnavi. I don't think there is any problem in that. GK is not important for zat. So Yash, GK ka score. Please try to understand this thing. Yash has asked a very important question. When we talk about ZAT, there are 10 minutes at the end given for the GK, general knowledge, 20 questions, 10 minutes. They will only, so your GK questions will only be checked if you have gone for the XLRI interview. Okay. Even for the calls, your GK paper will not be checked. Okay. Please remember this thing. So इसलिए मैंने उसका नाम नहीं लिया. But if you are targeting XLRI, then GK is going to be very important. Could you also give info of IIM and non-IIM? So yes, IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore, Kozhikode, top 6 IIMs. There's no debate that they are one of the best. Okay. Then comes your Shillong and Mumbai. They are also in the top 8. Then comes the newer set of IIMs, which is Udaipur, Trichy, Ranchi, Raipur, Rohtak, and एक और कौन सा है काशीपुर. ठीक है, ये 6 IIMs जो है, these are the 6 IIMs which are called the newer IIMs. These are also good, but not as good as the first 8. And finally, the baby IIMs, which are 8 IIMs, I think. So there's Bodh Gaya or Amritsar, Sambalpur, Sirmaur, और कौन सा है जम्मू Amritsar and so on. Okay. Even if I'm not done with the syllabus completely, should I appear for the mocks? Yes, Sayantani, definitely. It was in the diagram before under the my cat thing. Okay, I've answered that. How many questions per day approximate for beginners? Arushi, please tell me which exam are you asking for CAT or which exam? How many months of GK is more than enough? So it's I think if you're talking about GK, just read the newspapers daily. That should be sufficient for current preparation. फिर when ZAT जब नजदीक होगा तब अपन बात करते हैं. Generally, at what percentile you receive a call from XLRI in ZAT? I think it was last year the cutoff was 90, 96 point something or so. It different the percentile is very much different for different profiles. So if you are a general engineer male, it is going to be I think 98 or so. Engineer female तो 97 हो जाएगा. उनकी वेबसाइट पे पूरा कोटेड है. How much weight does the profile hold for interview? इंटरव्यू में प्रोफाइल का वेट नहीं होता. Does those 8 attempt limit? No, नहीं क्रैश. आरुषि कैट के क्वेश्चन कितने करने चाहिए? I think you are enrolled in the program. Make sure that you are done with the class sheets. Make sure that you are done with at least 2 topic tests. Make sure that you are done with all the mock tests. जो भी आते हैं आपके पास, आप ये कर लोगे, that is a good to go. For all exam in generally, ठीक है. You should just said that Jack, I want to apply for, so that also applicable for other colleges, then XLRI too, right? So we saw the list of colleges. If you have taken the screenshot, Sharwan, so that कई colleges मैं एक बार फिर से दिखा देता हूँ. I'll just pause on this. यहाँ पर आपको ZAT कई जगहों पे मिलेगा. For example, not in the top league colleges, but ZAT, 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 ZAT. So there are a lot of colleges. जो tier 1 colleges है usually ZAT नहीं लेते, but starting from tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, they take ZAT का score. Cutoff of FMS depends on the profile. Yes. General engineer male for ZAT is 96. It should be around 96, 97. It change every year. आप एक बार check कर लो. On XLRI का website, they have listed it. Starting preparation now, can it be possible? Yes, Janveer, it is absolutely possible. Enough time to prepare for CAT and the non-CAT examination. I'll be appearing for exam for first time attending CL classes with the sleepers. I have my unable to go with my prep. I start with self-study. Will still work out. Yes, it will work out, Sayantan. When will CAT PI rounds begin? So, Vaishnavi, you are asking when will the CAT IIM PI rounds will begin? So, most probably around 10th of January. The PI calls will be out. So Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, and all the IIMs will start giving out the calls from 10th of January till 25th of January. And your PIs, the actual PIs will start from second week of February. Also. Depends ki kista kab hai. First week of February. Uh, we'll have a separate session for this Utsav. I joined, I was examination. Uh, Interview prep. So, in my opinion, Komal, you can start with the. So, Komal has asked a very important question again. When should we start with the interview preparation? So, always remember that first of all, you read the newspapers on a daily basis. That will cover at least the first aspect of your interview, that is current affair. Apart from that, you can go through your academics. That is the second part of your interview. Academics. So there are a lot of students who are working and they have lost touch from the academics. That is your graduation. So if it is possible, start working on the CATs. That is basically your graduation. Third part is your whatever you are currently doing, and the fourth part that you can prepare after your CAT examinations. That the general basic questions: why do you want to go for an MBA? Maybe why should we consider you for this particular college? Why are you considering this particular college for admission and so on? Gaurav, ठीक है. Do we book first, second, third attempt simultaneously? No. When you are done with the first attempt, you go for the second one, and uh, for the third one. The newspaper is too so Neonica, the newspaper is too big to cover daily. I understand. At least the first page, continuation of the first page, and the editorial section. These are the three important things. Uh, Gaurav, please use IM Profilizer. It will be able to give you a good understanding of the profile. Nahi Komal, Komal, you have to focus on the college degree. Hindu works, right, Arushi? Hindu works. ठीक है. So a few more questions. Suppose I'm doing DK zone daily. Yeah, that is fine also. ठीक है. I think that's all. Any other questions? ठीक है. I hope it was you were able to get something out of the session and helped in your preparation. That was the basic agenda of the session. Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day and see you guys later. Bye bye.